Hey, good morning, everybody. And this is your boy, E-Bike Life, and back with another video. And today, I'm going to show you how to install a BMS on your battery pack if you want to build your own battery using a BMS that I have brought or purchased from Amazon. As you can see, I have already got my discharge wire, and here is the wire that's going to go to the BMS. This is the charge wire that we're going to be hooking up to the charger. I have two red wires already, and I'm going to be putting black heat shrink on this red wire to let me know that this is the negative side to hook up to the charger. So on the BMS, you have a C minus and you have a B minus. Now the B minus, what you're going to do with the B minus is you're going to just have this directly, you're going to hook this B minus directly to the battery pack, okay? And this is going to go to the discharge wire. So you got the C minus, which is charger and discharge at the same time. So only this right here will be hooked up to the positive side of the battery, and this is going to go to the charger. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and hot glue it because I got my hot glue over there. And what we're going to do, we're going to hot glue this BMS to the battery pack, and then we're going to be hooking our B minus up to the BMS, and then we're going to go ahead and start connecting the where's the charge, the balance leads. So we're going to be connecting the balance leads. Now don't get me wrong, it looks confusing, really confusing, but it's so simple. If you follow my lead, it'll be so simple, because it was confusing at first when I started, and I watched a couple videos on how to connect the BMS, and I was like, oh my god, it's so very easy. And so don't get discouraged, when you trying to connect the BMS to your battery pack, because in all reality you do need a BMS just to balance the cells out, the pack, the series packs and everything, because for a while I've been running with no BMS, and I had a pack over here reading 8.2, I had a pack on somewhere over here reading 7.6, over here was 8.9, and it was just all over the place. So, and then you have to discharge it, you have to discharge a pack, and then recharge a pack, discharge and all that stuff, and it just gets a lot headache. And if you know in some videos that you will see videos saying running the battery without BMS, but you know that they have some balancing wires hanging out of the battery pack, well, they still have to monitor the voltage in between each cell pack or series packs, however you want to call it. But this is just more simplified way to let the BMS do its job and charge the battery, let it balance out and everything, so you don't have to risk one pack overcharging, and then here you go, one of them blows up or just pop, and doesn't, goes dead, straight dead on you. So in today's video, we're going to go ahead and connect this BMS, because I had took it apart and all and everything, because it just looked messy. And this is a 16S, so a 16 in series, I guess you want to call it, and it's a 5P. It was a 4P at first, and I made it into 5P just to make it last a lot longer, because we're going to be installing his ADM controller with the one CK. What? All right, so anyways, we're gonna go ahead and about this battery pack. Like I said, this is a 16 5P, and just to have it more runtime and everything, like I was saying, we was going to be installing this controller with the CKU1 display. I like those displays. Besides the LED he has, let me show you the LED. And there he is. He's going to pedal. I just want to show y'all something right quick. Stop right quick. Skirt. There we go. So this is the LED display right here, and this does just have your basic functions. You got your mode, your power mode switch, your battery indicator, your light switch, and just on and off and everything. It's just a basic, simplified way to operate this e-bike, but he's more advanced now, so he can operate the UKC1 display and everything, which was originally right here. So we're gonna be putting that back on with an 80 amp controller, and then I'll be showing you how I modified that controller right there to run as it is. And it's right now it's a beast of a controller. So he don't have the battery now because I'm working on it, so he's actually pelleting it right now. So we're gonna get back in and get that BMS installed. All right, so I had got the negative wire already soldered. Now I'm gonna tell you something. On your discharge side, okay, the black wire, you want this to be on the discharge side, okay? Doesn't matter where you put it at, make sure you have it on the discharge side, okay? Now, we're not gonna count that as a wire. That's just your negative wire that goes on your negative side discharge. Your first wire, okay? Your first wire, you want this to be on each positive side, okay? We're gonna flip this on the other side, okay? Since this is gonna be in, we don't want to plug it in yet. We want this to be on the same side as the the negative, okay? So we see the negative right here. We're gonna flip it over on the same pack. You want to solder. You want to solder your first wire. Let me flip it over so y'all can see it. Get all this stuff out the way, okay? All right. All right, we're gonna flip it over. And you want just to start. It doesn't matter where you go on this side, okay? This is your connections in the series, your parallel connection in series, okay? So it doesn't matter where you put it on this series pack, but you want this wire to be on the same as your negative, same pack as your negative, okay? So we're gonna get the solder, and we're gonna put a little solder right here in the middle.
There's only one upgrade to go, and that's to become God. Okay, day 87. It is time.
Get it nice and hot.
We need a dragon egg, 2 elytra, and 4 end prisms.
Okay.
Take all that stuff. You gotta go to the nether.
Now, you take that wire and you just solder right on that, right on this series pack.
Yo, nameplate. Hey, the demons are here. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Get it nice and hot. Okay, so that's done. Now, the tricky part doing this BMS on the other side, okay? Now we're gonna flip it over. Now your wire number 2, which is gonna be right here. We're gonna move this one out the way because this is gonna get confusing. We're gonna move that out the way. We're gonna focus on wire 2. So we got your negative wire, we got wire number 1, wire number 2, okay? Wire number 2 is gonna be on the positive, okay? Now, so wire number 2 is gonna be on the positive side. Each positive electrode, got a positive here, positive here, positive here, positive here, and so on and so on, okay? So we're gonna hook positive number 2, wire number 2. Okay. Okay. So make sure that we have enough link to get our number 2 wire on, and we're gonna go ahead and get that nice and oh, I don't know. Okay, so right here. Okay, and it's this is my method of doing it. Some people just skip each wire, like they'll skip, let me see, because you know where this wire goes, they'll skip that wire because it goes under, and then they'll go straight to, you know, wire number 5, which goes right here. It'll go right there. But to me, I like to make sure each one is soldered on as I go, so that way I won't get them crossed up or anything like that, you know. So we got wire number 2 down, and wire number 3, we're gonna flip it over, and it's gonna go on this pack, okay? So I'm gonna flip it over, and we're gonna count wire number 3. So this is a 16S. Make sure it's wire number 3 right here. And we're gonna go and make sure that when it's plugged in that you have your desired length. Okay, we're not gonna plug it in all the way. So wire number 3 is gonna go on this pack. Okay, it's confusing, y'all. Don't get me wrong, it is confusing. So we're gonna hook that up.
I knew I saw an nameplate. They're guarding the portal. They don't want me to turn into a god. Go this way. Ready? And.
So we're gonna get that soldered on right there. And then we got wire number 3. And just double check yourself too, you know what I mean? Make sure you don't get these wires crossed up. Okay? Just double check yourself. Like I said, it doesn't matter where you put it on this side, but on this side you want it on each positive side. Okay? And we're gonna do one more, and we're gonna go ahead and skip all the way to the end until we're gonna where this red wire is gonna go, okay? Because the red wire is gonna go at the end on the discharge positive side. So we got wire number 1, wire number 1, wire number 2, wire number 3. Now wire number 4. It's gonna be, make sure we have some room. Flip it back over, and it's gonna go on this positive side. This positive side. And then wire, then you just so on and so on all the way down on each positive electrode on this side where it's not connected down from parallel to series. So it's almost like each positive on a parallel group that you want to solder the balance wire on. So go ahead and get our soldering iron out. Cool. Get our soldering iron out right quick. And then we're gonna connect wire number right here. All right. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna go ahead and finish all this up, and then I'm gonna get back with y'all and show y'all the sequence I had did the balance wires on each pack. But like I say, just keep going, and you just want to count the wires as you go. Just make sure you get the correct wire. Like I say, in this wire right here, it's gonna go down here, just like that, just like so. Since I already got a spot where the solder is on, there we go. Same thing. Now we're gonna flip back over, and we're gonna pick out our wire. There we go. There's our other wire, and it's gonna just flip it over, just like so. And this is gonna go right here. This is gonna go on this positive electrode, just like so. Just like that. Huh? Yeah, that's the new bottle for the degreaser right there. Yeah. And then get the other wire. And that wire is gonna go down here. It's gonna go right down here. So we're gonna flip it over. Flip it over. Doesn't matter where you put it at on this side right here. Doesn't even matter. But on the other side, it does matter. Definitely does matter. Okay. Flip it back over. Flip it all over carefully. And we're going to count the other wire, which is going to be this one. And this one's going to go to this pack. Okay? On the positive. So,
Time to start acting like it. Okay,
what's that now? The keys?
Minecraft.
Yes, it's for your car. Yeah. As you can see, I have a lot of activity going on here. You know, kids out playing. The wife fixing to go get steak and lobster for the night. And so I'm just trying to build this battery pack a lot better than I previously had it. Somebody said that using different cells could be dangerous, but to tell you the truth, y'all, I have been using these exact same cells for about 3 to 4 months without a BMS, and it's been good. But like I say, every time when I check the each pack, it was all over the place. 8.9, 8.4, 7.9 volts, and I did not like that at all. I did not like that at all. So I decided to go ahead and get a BMS, because like I said, I didn't want a dead cell. My son goes to school and then he can't fire his bike up because one of the cells had overheated and just didn't do nothing. So I'd rather for that to happen now. So and just keep going. Just keep going with it and everything. You can put it right here, because this is the other one's gonna go right here. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in. Okay, and so on and so on. Okay, so I'll get back with y'all when I get done, but you get the picture of how I'm doing this, you know. So just each wire, like I say, your negative right here gonna go on your discharge side, and then your first wire is gonna go on the other side, the opposite side of your discharge wire. On that first pack, it's gonna go right here, and you just go down the row, just like that. Come on, little man, come on. So yeah, that's how you do it. So here's the layout of my battery. As you can see, I got the top part of my battery and I have the bottom part of my battery. And the layout is a 16S 5P battery, 16 in series, 5 parallel, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't know why, but I thought it was something different, like 16 parallel. Really, I thought 8S is the series as a pack together, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but it wasn't it. So yeah, 16 is each like parallel group, I guess you could say, running the series. So here's my BMS right here, okay, and over here you have the B minus, which is going to run from your negative side of the battery. You run that to your B minus to the BMS, and then you have your positive, which is going to run to your controller. Okay, that's going to run to your controller, and then your charger and controller, it's all going to be ran from the C minus of the BMS. Okay, so you can solder this on the top, your controller, solder this on the top, and at the bottom you can actually have your charging cable soldered at the bottom of the BMS. And also on your positive, you can also have your charger run also to the positive. Okay, so you can link your charger also to the positive of your charger leads to your battery. Okay, so anyways, so let's get to how I connected the BMS, and then after I connect the BMS, and then I'll show you how I actually connected these batteries to make it 63. I think last time I checked it was like 63 volts. So your negative wire, what you see right here, your negative wire is going to run to the negative side of your battery. Okay, so that's your negative wire right here. Your first wire, okay, which is your positive wire, your first positive wire is going to run right to the bottom of this top part. It's going to run at the very bottom. Okay. Now this part, it doesn't matter where you put the charge lead of the balance wires. It doesn't matter right here because these is going to be connected. The parallel groups is going to be connected in series. Now at the top, it matters where you put that balance leads. Okay, so the number two wire. Okay, you're going to have to run that to the positive. You're going to put that wire right on the positive side. Okay, the number three wire is going to run on the back, the bottom of the battery. Okay, you can mount that anywhere you want. And number four, it's going to be on the positive side. Okay, so that's how I did. I just do one, the bottom and top, bottom top. Okay, so like number five wire, it's going to run just like I say. You can mount this anywhere you want on this bottom battery, but like number 6, you have to mount it right on the top of the parallel side. Okay, do not put it on the negative. It has to be on the positive side. Okay, and that's for the top part. You have to mount it. Number 8 has to be on the positive, like number 10 positive, all the way till you get to number 16. And number 16 is going to be on the positive side of your battery. And that's what's going to run to your controller and charger. You want that number 6, the last wire on this on the end of your battery on the positive side. Okay, now at the bottom, it doesn't matter. Now I'm going to go ahead and connect this, show you how I connected all this together, and I'm going to show you why it doesn't matter, why you don't have to mount this on the positive side, because it's already connected on the parallel group series. Okay, so I'm going to draw it out for you right quick. All right, I'm back. So as you can see, now here's the layout of my battery. As you can see, this is the bottom part. And you can see the bottom part has the parallel groups connected together to make a series pack. Just like so. This is the bottom part, how I connected the bottom part of the battery. And then here's the negative. And then it goes over to the bottom and then comes over to the next pack. And it goes down. It goes down on the bottom. It comes back up. And it goes over and so on and so on. And then here's the bridge I made. And that what connects the other top part of the battery. And then it continues to go, as you can see, goes on to the next, comes down, crosses over, goes on to the next, same thing, goes on to the next, and then here it is. Now on this, now at the end, you want to make sure this is pretty thick, you know what I mean, because this is where most of your energy is going to be, on your negative and your positive. Okay, so like I say, so this is how I connect my battery. I just wanted to lay this out in a drawing format, so that way you get a better understanding how I connected the BMS to this battery. Like I said, it doesn't matter where the positive electrode's at. You can mount it here, anywhere on the bottom. It doesn't matter where you put your positive electrodes, but at the top, you want to have it at the positive on each one. Positive, 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 positive. Okay, your wires always on the positive side. Okay, on the top. At the bottom, like I said, it doesn't matter. Okay, so like I say, this is the layout that I drew. You know what I mean? I know it's a little bit confusing, but on the actual battery that I'm going to be doing, you'll get another better picture. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just showing you in a better format, like drawing, and then you can look at it as I do the work. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna clarify something here for you. What I was talking about, that it doesn't matter where you connect your balance lead wires at the bottom. It doesn't matter within a pack. Okay, it doesn't matter within a pack. You can connect it on the positive or negative side, but it has to be within this pack. Each wire has to be within this pack. Okay, so I'm sorry if I say it doesn't matter where you connect it. It does matter, but it doesn't matter where you connect it on that pack, okay, on the parallel connected in the series, okay. So like I was saying, but it matters right here too. It has to be on the positive side. As you can see, the positive side on each pack on the top part, it matters where you connect it. So you want to connect your charging balance lead on each positive battery, positive side pack on the top, okay. And this is the bottom of my battery. If it was together, this be sandwiched together, you know what I'm saying, you'd be seeing the bottom of my pack. Flip it over, you'll see the top. But like I said, and then another thing about this, the charger and the controller, is what you're gonna have. You'll have a skinny wire or like a 16 or 18 gauge wire coming down with a 10 gauge wire at the same time. You want those two wires connected to your positive side of your battery, and that one of them is going to serve as your charger positive, and the other one's going to serve as your controller positive. And then here's your negative, your C minus. So be your, what's up, son? Yeah, hold on 1 minute. So yeah, so like I say, your C minus, you can have your controller, your load to your controller. You can be soldered at the top, and at the bottom you can have your 16 gauge wire, and that's going to go to your charger negative. So at the end, you will see the charging leads, and you will see your control leads. I have those all together and everything. So I just want to clarify that and everything, is that your black wire right here is going to be it's going to be soldered on your negative end of the battery, okay. And then your first wire is going to be under this pack, which is right here in this picture, and you can mount this anywhere in this pack, not over the battery, I'm sorry, you know what I mean, but in that pack you want to mount your first wire right here, and then your second one goes right here, and then your third wire is going to be within this pack. You can mount it here or here, because of it's already connected in series right here. So that's what I want to do. That's why I wanted to clarify that. If y'all got confused, or if y'all want to say, "Well, what you said doesn't matter," but it has to matter. But that's why I want to clarify that, so that y'all can see that it does matter when you're connecting this pack. So if the positive wire number 3 goes in this pack right here, you can mount it right here, okay. Don't mount it here or here or here, because you'll burn your BMS up. You want to just mount it right in the correct space, and then double check it when you get done with everything. Double check it, okay. All right, so we at the end of it now. As you can see, I have all the balance leads connect to each pack, and we're gonna flip it over. Basically the same thing. As you can see, they all been connected to each positive side of the pack, the series packs and everything. So now that we're at the end, which is this red wire, what you want to do with this red wire is you want to connect at the positive this side of the pack, okay. So the discharge side, this is where this red wire is going to go, okay. So we're going to go right here, and we're going to just solder it right on top of this discharge wire. I mean, like I say, it doesn't matter where you put it at, long as it's on the positive side of the discharge pack, okay. As soon as I get some heat going on in here, okay. So, and that concludes the BMS install, and we can actually plug this BMS in and everything, like so. Let's get that. There we go. It's all nice and plugged in, and we can actually plug this BMS in, get the wires all nice and neat, and then we'll go ahead and get the charge and discharge plugs all nice and connected, so that way we can go ahead and install it on the bike that's outside and everything, and we can go ahead and finalize this pack. So basically everything's all said and done, and we're gonna go ahead and start super gluing some of these balance leads right between the two packs that I had joined together, and do the same thing for the other side. I got some tape that I'm gonna be putting between the lead wire, just to prevent it from, you know, chafing or anything like that, or shorting out. So I'm gonna be putting some tape on this, and we're gonna go ahead and get this pack all sealed up right quick. And I don't have, I have some of these here, the positive top side of the these protective little sticky pads I got here from AliExpress, and also got some other kind of pads. I think I need to use that. I'm gonna use that right quick. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this all nice and buttoned up, and then we're gonna finalize this pack so he can go and put his stickers on it, tape it up and everything, and get it ready to go on the bike. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, there she is. She's finished. As you see, I got the discharge wire and I got my charging wire. They both using XT90s. This is all I had really to connect everything together. So I'd rather do XT60s, but like I say, this is what I had on hand and everything. But all this been hot glued and everything just to do a little waterproofing. It's been wrapped up real good. So like I say, this ain't nothing professional, you know, nothing like, you know, shrink wrap and everything. You can order stuff like that and everything. So this is something you can buy off Walmart, Home Depot, whatever, like any local hardware store you can use to build a battery pack and everything. You know, I ordered this 10, I think it's 10 gauge wire. I ordered this 10 gauge wire from Amazon. This I think it's 18 gauge wire. This is from AutoZone. So like I say, it's not the prettiest thing, but it will definitely do the job. Like I say, this comes from recycled laptop batteries. I had some old drill batteries I used, and all read good voltage between like 2.8, 3.6, and they all nice and charged up and everything. So I had this battery for a while. I just wanted to redefine and everything. So as you can see, it's pretty heavy. Like I said, I wanted to go from a 4P to a 5P just to give my kid a longer range. He fixing to get a new controller, so there it is. It's used stuff, you know, so yeah. I hope this video been okay, you know, give you something to learn, some insight that you can do it yourself and everything. You don't really have to have special tools and everything, because like I say, eventually I will get there to get special tools and be a little more professional, but this is more to like a DIY enthusiast, you know, people that don't have the resources to go on and buy shrink wrap or was like nickel strips or whatever, you know what I mean? So I'm lucky I got a spot welder for one of my subscribers, you know what I mean? And that made my job a lot easier, made the battery look a little better. So that's why I want to redefine it, because I did some soldering to it, and even though it worked, it just looked a little crappy and everything, and I just didn't want that to be on my son's bike and everything. So I think this is a way better, safe alternative to get this battery bolted up to his bike. And besides, I wanted more range, so I was going to go add some more cells. I had a total of 16 cells to this battery, and it's making it a little bit better. So anyways, I hope this has been helpful. I tried my best to go over the procedures, and make sure you double check when you get done. When you get done doing your wiring, your balance leads and everything, you double, triple check those wires. Make sure they're not crossed, anything like that, because you don't want a bad BMS. You don't want to plug it up and next thing you know it's a plume of smoke and all this stuff. So just triple check that, make sure it's all right, read the voltage. It should be like 4 starts at 4 volts and then goes up to how many volts you have it at, either 48, 60 volts, 72 volts, but it's supposed to be 4 volts for each balanced wire. You check from the black wire and all the way to the red wire. Okay, so like I say, you can rewind this video if I missed something out. Let me know in the comments if I missed something out and everything. I know it's gonna be hold on, cause I got the light. I know it's gonna be people gonna comment and everything, say I might did wrong. I got a comment last time on my battery build, the 72 volt battery build I did. All I did was modify that battery. I didn't solder on top of solder, if you thinking, but I just made the battery better and it's serving its purpose right now. Haven't had no problems with it. I mean, it is delivering the juice to that controller, to that motor. It's just flat out hauling butt. So, but if you have the know-how to, that'll be a good battery to mod on if you want to run a 72 volt system without paying $1,200-$1,700 on those batteries, because them batteries are expensive. I'm not gonna lie, them batteries they're very expensive, and I can't afford nothing like that, So, anyways, that's my my little video I want to do on the mod, the 72 volt mod, and this is the one on the my son's battery. Just redefining everything, make sure it's all nice and neat and everything. So I like that. I like that battery. I think that's gonna last him for a while. So, all right, but this is your boy E-Bike Life, and I'm gonna be in this right now, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.